Staring at the sign. Welcome to Attack of the Show! TV's only source for all stuff you care about. There it is. Kevin Pereira.
I'm Candace Bailey. We're coming to you from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
Hey, on the old program today, we've got never-before-seen footage of Sarah Underwood. Hold on, that's not even the best part. Partying at Furry Weekend in Atlanta.
Yes!
So do whatever you want while watching, just don't tell us about it.
Please.
And all week we've been asking for your punchlines, and today your efforts may be rewarded in a roundup.
Plus, we've got an all-new weekend edition of DV Tuesday with Chris Gore. It's all documentaries all the time.
Oh.
The Who. And then it's time for bloopers from the set of... What are you looking at?
Shirts.
From Bustus. Oh, I had to really try to push those together. Like Bustus, they will make the world a better place.
So our friend Sarah Underwood had a pretty good time at Furry Weekend in Atlanta.
So good, in fact, that we have even more never-before-seen footage from one of the single largest gatherings of furries in the Americas. Ooh.
From Comic-Con to PAX, east to west, furries are everywhere. And in Atlanta, we're at one of the largest gatherings of furries in the nation. It's Furry Weekend Atlanta. Furry Weekend Atlanta is one of the largest furry gatherings in the entire U.S. with over 1,500 in attendance. This wild bunch does everything from a dance competition to a recreation of the Olympic Games, furry style, of course. So how did you find out you liked dressing as a furry?
Well, the first convention I went to was over a year ago, and I really didn't know what to expect, but when I went there, everyone was just so warm and friendly and energetic, and it's contagious. I loved it.
Well, I thought for a second I found someone with a real bird on their shoulder. Check it out. She's got a little remote-controlled shoulder furry. How cute. So how did you learn you liked dressing as a furry?
One of my friends let me wear his suit, and I thought it was pretty awesome. So eventually I saved up some money and commissioned Made For You and bought the suit.
How much does a costume like that cost?
Well, mine cost about $1,900, but there are different kinds of fursuits like partials, which is pretty much just the head, the paws, and the feet, and the tail, and those are significantly cheaper, of course.
You feel like you get to have sort of like a alternate personality when you wear these suits?
Yeah, despite the immense heat that comes from wearing them, you can really get into the characters.
Furry parade! Whatever your furry desires might be, there's probably a booth here to meet all of your accessory needs. Now, it's always good to have a nice leather collar for your dog, but, leather cuffs? It's more my style. Do you think you could draw me as a furry?
Yeah, sure.
I love cats.
There you go.
Awesome! Always wonder what I'd look like as a kitty cat. Oh, I got another one! So they even have furry adult art. Check it out. There is some anal leakage going on. Little girl-on-girl wolf action. Dildos and whips, of course. Looks like the furry is like missionary, not doggy style. I decided it was time to join in the festivities and put together a team to compete in the first ever Fursuit Olympics. All right, I found my team. Now I'm gonna go get changed into my uniform. All right, first round, fetch the bacon. Whatever team gets the most bacon back to their side wins. You ready, guys?
Yeah! On your mark. Get set. Go!
Okay, 1-0, Team Sarah. Next event, Dizzy Bat.
Ready, set, go!
Okay, guys, this is it. Final event, musical chairs. If we win this, we get the gold. It's do or die time. Got it? Pause in. 1, 2, 3, win! Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, it's down to me and you. May the best fox win. We came, we saw, we totally kicked some furry ass. So the first ever Furry Olympics is in the bag. And I'm walking away from Furry Week in Atlanta winning. Losers! Losers!
Still ahead, your Umbrofel might make it onto your television.
I love the way you say that, Kevin. We'll be going around the net right after this.
Did you know that Kevin and Candice are both ninja assassins?
Is this something you read on the attack message boards?
No. It's because they kill me with comedy every weeknight at 7.
This was a total waste of my time. I will just save money on car insurance instead.
Come on. Let the joke sink in. I'm so lonely.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Candace, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What's best in life?
Going around the net. Today's number 4 item proves once and for all that exercise is way too dangerous. Woo! Ow!
Was that legit?
No.
Oh.
Full time! And then she falls.
Yeah. Next time someone asks you why you're sitting on your fat, lazy ass, show them this. Love it. Love it.
We asked you, what is the name of his workout program?
Yes, and Judy Duvall, or Juddy Duvall, said, Shed Weight Loss Program, which stands for Stupid Human Expecting Dentures. Not bad. Not bad.
Of all the Nutshot videos we've shown you over the years, this is without a doubt the classiest.
Yeah, story though, someone's genitals still get seriously injured.
Recording.
The old Angry Bird.
So painful.
So
What kind
good.
of a friend does that to you?
A best friend. We asked you, what's the name of this brand of bubbly?
And Joe Brooks, 18, said Dong Perignon. I like that one. It's good.
That was really good. All right, now our number 2 video might get you in the Easter spirit.
If Easter makes you horny.
Oh.
We asked you, what is the name of this rabbit toy?
Yes, and Black Big Bird said, Bugs Boner. Yeah. Call that a Peter Cotton fail.
Oh, look at you.
I was actually expecting the horn again, but it's cool.
And a number 1 is a solid reminder that hiring a professional is sometimes worth the expense.
Like, for example, say a professional tow truck. So we asked you what caused the accident in the first place.
And Brett, his boss, said, the driver got glitter on his steering wheel! Glitter on his steering wheel! Glitter on his steering wheel! Oh, he got glitter on his steering wheel! Glitter on his steering wheel! Glitter on his steering wheel! He hates me.
The problem with memes is that you don't actually get to decide which ones take off.
Don't act so pouty.
To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet.
Did you know that iPads are used in airplanes, schools, and even operating rooms?
We kind of like the apps that fart. Also, the games are pretty good. Here are some that make the iPad actually worth the cash.
If you already own an iPad or were lucky enough to get your hands on an iPad 2, here are 3 of the hottest new games to show off that gadget. Along with 60 new levels and much better 3D-ish graphics, Angry Birds Rio adds plenty of new features to make it a true sequel to the hit casual game. Instead of crushing evil pigs, you launch Angry Birds at new targets including caged birds and troublemaking monkeys. The gameplay is pretty much the same. Pull back the slingshot, aim, and launch your bird. As an extra challenge, some stages have a hard-to-reach or hidden golden pineapple, similar to the golden egg from previous Angry Bird games. But the best new addition is the boss battle, which ups the difficulty with a moving target you must hit multiple times to advance. For now, there are 2 uniquely themed episodes to play, but Rovio promises more will be added throughout the year. Even without the extra content, Angry Birds Rio is the most fun you can have with $3 in the App Store. But to truly demonstrate the sheer power of the iPad, download Real Racing 2 HD. There's a reason Apple features this game in their commercials. It plays great and looks even better on an iPad 2. The accelerometer-based steering controls are surprisingly accurate. To make the game easier, there are options for auto acceleration and brake assist. Earn money and reputation points by winning races. Then spend those winnings on car upgrades and use your increased reputation to access harder tracks. Real Racing increases the realism with accurate physics and cars that take on damage when they're hit. There's also local multiplayer and online play, which gives Real Racing nearly unlimited replay value. And coming soon, Real Racing 2 will be the first iOS game to support full 1080p output to your TV. One more reason to stop buying expensive console games. Get it now for $9.99 in the App Store. When you're ready to slow things down a bit, step into the world of Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery. This 8-bit touch-based adventure is like no other game you've ever played before. But that's not to say there aren't clues to uncover, puzzles to solve, and monsters to slay. The controls are pretty straightforward. Tap to move and double tap to interact with people and the environment. Half of the fun of Sword and Sorcery is discovering how to play this game, but here are some quick tips. To raise your sword or enter battle mode, simply tilt the iPad vertically. Try interacting with anything that seems out of place. It's probably a clue or an item you can pick up. And don't be afraid to experiment. Some of the puzzles require you to think outside the box. Then brag about your conquest by tweeting your victories and encounters. The game's stunning visuals and haunting soundtrack are a real treat, and headphones are recommended. Sword and Sorcery is $4.99 and worth every single penny. Get it now, right now, in the iTunes App Store. 3 great games for one awesome tablet. Sure, you could use it for work, but where's the fun in that?
Still ahead, there is more Sarah Underwood because we've got never-before-seen Busted Bloopers.
And later we have an all-new weekend edition of DV Tuesday with Chris Gore.
Woo!
You sit there. We'll be here.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. Fail. Code. Fail. You lose.
I love my iPhone. I love my app. So hipster.
All the news you need to know.
Feed.
Hey,
I'm Kristen Adams. It's Friday, April 1st, and here are your top stories. Did you finally get your hands on an iPad 2? Well, you might want to stop touching it. Gadget Glory is reporting that Apple is considering a massive recall of the second-gen tablet due to claims that hundreds of users have contracted salmonella from the device. It's true. Now, not all new owners have been infected, only those who admit to kissing or tonguing their new iPad. So guys, for your own sake, no more funny business. We know the iPad is magical and revolutionary, but that doesn't make it people. Attention geeks, this year's Nerd Prom is ending early. The nonprofit body that runs Comic-Con has reluctantly agreed to abide by the San Diego City Council's request to make Comic-Con a one-afternoon event only on Saturday, July 23rd. San Diego's residents and businesses finally put their foot down about the disruptive convention that's been growing exponentially for years, and it's hoped the shorter con will encourage attendees to go to the zoo or go shopping instead of staying locked away in the Convention Center of Solitude. And Warner Brothers is determined to put the teen into Teen Titans by casting the world's most famous teenager. According to CinemaDungeon.com, pop singer Justin Bieber is in talks to star in the upcoming comic book adaptation, which is currently being written by Academy Award winner Akiva Goldsman. What pair of tights the Bieb will wear isn't known yet, though evidence suggests that the boyish star will play the boy wonder, that's right, Batman's sidekick Robin. Casting Bieber might get preteen girls into theaters. Preteen girls and no one else. I'm Kristen Adams, and you've just been fed. Back to Kevin and Candace.
Thanks, Kristen.
Hey, what's all this I've been hearing about this new animated Tron series? You guys picking up on that? So, this flooding the wire.
Well, Kevin, we'll find out in Blog Watch.
Okay.
Whether it's classic bugs or futuristic anime, it's difficult to keep track of all of the buzz in the animation world. Luckily, we've rounded up the latest highlights and grabbed our resident expert.
I'm Jerry Beck, co-founder of Cartoon Brew.
And he gave us the details on what to expect over the coming months. First up, grab a stick of dynamite and light that fuse. It looks like the Looney Tunes are getting a high-def upgrade. So, what's up, Doc?
Well, what's really exciting is that the Looney Tunes, the classic, are finally coming to Blu-ray. They're coming out this fall, and I know that they're planning to put the best of the best, the ones that the census are, these are the greatest of the Looney Tunes cartoons. They're going to look like we've never seen them before. We're not used to the high quality, and a lot of people think Looney Tunes, because they saw them on TV, were made for that. They were made for movie theaters. They were created in 35 millimeter, and a lot of them were made in widescreen. So coming to Blu-ray is really how they were meant to be seen, and the quality will be fantastic. So a lot of us who love cartoons are really waiting for this.
Speaking of explosions, all you Venture heads, rejoice! Dr. Venture, his idiot sons, and the homicidal bodyguard Brock Sampson are returning to the small screen.
Another piece of news is that the Venture Brothers is coming back for a 5th season. The Venture Brothers is sort of an idea that, what if Johnny Quest had grown up, and how did fighting mummies and aliens and creatures affect this kid and his life today? What would that be like? One of its creators, Jackson Public, announced on his blog that the 5th season was definitely a go. Based on the releases of the previous few seasons, it might be a year or two before it hits the small screen, but in the meantime, the 4th season was just released on Blu-ray and DVD, and it looks amazing.
There's only one thing to say, go Team Venture! And finally, gas up your light cycle. It looks like the next animation sensation is rezzing on to the small screen with Tron Uprising.
Well, what's really cool is Tron is coming to TV, and this is unlike any other live-action movie to animation adaptation that I've ever seen. I have to say I saw a clip from it, one they haven't released to the internet yet. It's pretty mind-blowing. I haven't seen anything this exciting in TV animation, and heck, I'll even say theatrical animation, in a long, long time. Kind of reminds me about the time when they put Batman the Animated Series on. That really changed the look of TV adventure animation. This Tron series incorporates the best of anime, the best of European animation, the best of adventure animation that I've ever seen in a whole new way. Mark your calendar now. This is definitely the animation event of next year.
You can expect to see more of Tron Uprising later this year at San Diego Comic-Con. To get all the latest on this animation awesomeness and more, head on over to cartoonbrew.com.
Listen up, stoners. Listen, it's April 1st, which means there are only 19 more days until 420. And on G4, 420 is like an all-day party.
Mm-hmm. We'll have 420-friendly programming for your half-baked enjoyment, including appropriately thematic episodes of Attack of the Show, X-Play, and Web Soup.
You can get the full 420 schedule at g4tv.com/420, and please enjoy responsibly. That works?
No.
Stay tuned. Rainn Wilson from Super will be sharing his superpower.
But first, ever wanted to enter a film festival even though you're not a filmmaker? Well, here's the fest of your dreams.
Hey there, television family. Does Hollywood beckon you? Have you ever dreamed of the glitz, the glamour, and the stars, and the horribly public contract negotiations that bring your closet paganism to light? Sheesh. Now you can do all that without leaving your mom's basement. Cozy. Here's how you do it. Step 1, find a computer. Thanks. Step 2, log on to extranormal.com/Bing. Extra Normal is hosting a film festival powered by Bing, and you can enter for the chance of fame and fortune. Step 3, make one of those Technicolor talking pictures all the kids are buzzing about these days. It's simple. Just select one of the 3 genres: action, horror, or romance. I think I'll make a horror. It'll star me and Kevin. Then choose your set. You can be in a cafeteria, an apartment, or on the red carpet. Paparazzi are worse than the undead, so I'll pick the red carpet. Then select your actors. I'll get one that looks like me, and another one that'll be Kevin.
Why am I an Indian dude with a mustache?
Go. Yourself, Kevin. This is my movie.
Next, you select a soundtrack, and finally, you make your actors talk. Just type their dialogue in these boxes, add some gestures and reactions, and watch it come to life. Make them say whatever you want.
Hello, my name is Kevin Pereira. I think I am so funny, but Sarah only laughs at my jokes out of pity.
Oh, Kev, you're hilarious. Then hit publish, and voila, you're a filmmaker. And you're in the running to win the $5,000 grand prize or the $2,500 prize for the best of each genre. Your profanity-free entries have to be 2 minutes or less. The contest closes April 14th. Visit the website for all the rules. So now it's your turn. What are you waiting for? It's easy. And hey, someday when you're a big-time director, you can cast me in your picture. I'm kidding. You'll never be able to afford me. Good luck.
Move over, bipolar Batman. There's a new unstable hero in town.
Earlier, Rainn Wilson dropped by to tell crime to shut up.
Listen to him! Do not listen to him! Don't listen to him!
And hey, why are you hitting my car? That's seriously up.
Give her back to me!
What?
Baby Shark, it's okay. It's Frank.
No,
it's
Sarah,
okay.
shut up.
No, you shut up!
Oh! Don't touch my car again. That is the last time.
Please welcome Rainn Wilson to the old program. Woo! Yeah! Watch
What up, my nerds?
Watch for flying panties.
Yes.
No, seriously, it's a room full of dudes that wear ladies' undergarments.
Yeah.
It's really, really disturbing.
That's what it is.
First of all, I have to congratulate you, and I'm going to congratulate myself, as I often do, because you have now acquired a Kevin Bacon number of 1. You are 1 degree separated.
Is it 1 or 0?
I think it's 0, actually. You're at...
I'm in a movie with him.
Yeah.
Incredible.
You've passed the point of singularity, I think, is what's happened.
Yeah.
And now I'll take a 1 now. I am now 1 degree separated.
Oh, my God.
For having sat next to you and had this
feel?
conversation.
How do you feel?
Tingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
It still itches. It still burns, but the cream is helping, I think.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Mostly tingly. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Kevin Bacon is would you say is your nemesis in this movie? Is he...
Oh, yeah. He's just an out-and-out villain. He's just a straight-up bad guy. You know, and it's amazing because, you think back, like, this guy's been famous for for just decades. I saw him in Animal House when I was 16, and
Tremors changed my life. It's telling. It's very telling.
That's why you're always shaking.
Exactly.
But he plays a character unlike anything he's ever played before in this, and he is a really skeevy, sleazy, squishy, icky bad guy.
Nice.
Yeah, just covered in drugs and sweat. And
so he's Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. He's Charlie Sheen before there was Charlie Sheen.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will really appreciate that analogy.
Yeah.
Let's take a step back, though. The Super is sort of a movie about is it an everyman superhero who's just out to get the bad guy, but the bad guy could be a guy cutting in line or...
You know, God, it's such a hard movie to describe. James, the director, James Gunn, who did the movie Slither, he calls it a combination between Napoleon Dynamite and Taxi Driver. So, does that give you a sense?
From the clips I've seen, that makes sense.
It's
that makes perfect
completely
sense.
absurd, and it's really real. It's hyper real and insanely violent.
Well, your character's weapon of choice is...
a pipe wrench.
A pipe wrench, yes.
Yeah. My character, Frank Darbo, he's a line cook. He's a sad sack. And somehow he ends up married to Liv Tyler.
It could happen.
It can happen.
It could happen.
Every geek's dream come true. And but she falls back in with her drug dealer, played by Kevin Bacon, and I get my brain...
Frank falls back in love with her drug dealer?
Yeah, it's a long story.
Okay.
You got to see it.
I missed that part of Napoleon Dynamite, but all right.
But she, my brain gets touched by the finger of God, Kevin. The finger of God touches my brain, for real. And I have visions that I should become a vigilante superhero. I learn how to sew and make myself an outfit, and I get a pipe wrench, and I start bashing drug dealers in the face.
Right. And I love it, because when you talk about it's hyper-realistic, it looks the way I'd imagine hitting someone with a pipe wrench in the face would look when you actually connect.
Yeah, and people really respond to the violence in the movie, and they're like, oh my God, it's so violent, it's so violent. No, it's just real, right? You know, I mean, you have, I was saying the other day, like that movie 2012, is that the one?
Yeah.
Like how many billions of people die? Billions of people die.
Right.
You just don't see the blood trickling down their foreheads. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's the difference.
Had the aliens used pipe wrenches or the Mayans predicted pipe wrenches, then it'd be another story.
Right. There's, you know, we only have a body count of like, I don't know, 17.
Oh, that's modest.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's totally, so you got a hard PG rating?
But G, I think, these days. Yeah.
Awesome. Did you, to get into the role of Super, did you get all Christian Bale? And I don't mean like yelling at lighting guys. I mean like have like a hardcore training regimen. Did you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I sure did. No, not at all. I went to the gun range though. I went to the gun range. Yeah.
To throw pipe wrenches at targets? Or?
No, I get pretty badass ultimately in this thing. I've got shotguns, semi-automatic rifles, and pistols by the end of the movie.
Wow, you're ready for a Tea Party rally.
And indeed, I went my first time at a gun range, and Michael Rooker, Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, was my gun teacher. So I had a serial killer teaching me how to shoot. It was pretty insane. And
was it your first time like at a range, or?
It was my first time at a range. I was the only Prius in the parking lot. Prius with a gun rack.
There we go. There we go.
Boom.
That's Texas Green Tech.
No, it was cool. I'd never fired guns before. It's kind of addictive. It's kind of titillating.
Were you startled at the initial trigger pull, or
they're loud.
Yes,
they really do. I mean, it's like this. Bam!
That is rather startling. Yes. Yeah. Did you have ear and eye protection?
Yes, I did. I was very well taken care of by Michael Rooker.
It's not often that I meet somebody who is a sort of a .com or an actual techie in their real life. Who hits the range, drives the Prius to the range, and blows stuff away.
That's it. That's right.
Soul Pancake.
Yes.
Is your online endeavor? How's that running?
It's going great.
Yeah.
It's really going amazing. I mean, we started the website a couple of years back. It has a really thriving, big online community. And, we did a book based on the website, which was a New York Times bestseller. And now we're doing little video shorts for the Oprah Winfrey Network, which is right here. You guys should challenge Oprah Winfrey Network to a war.
We're not.
I mean, they're in the same building.
Yeah, we're not allowed to look in the O's general direction.
No.
That's one of the rules here. But we could do that.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to bring a pipe wrench to that fight?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Pipe wrenches.
There it is.
Yeah, for all the nerds.
I love to think that you might someday be in the Attack Posse. Rainn Wilson, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate it. The movie looks hilarious. Rainn Wilson in Super, and it's in theaters April 1st. It's not a joke.
Bringing you guys genius-level comedy sketches like Bustus isn't always smooth sailing.
No, sometimes there are bloopers.
Bustus. My cat's stuck in the tree.
Here you go, my child.
Thank you, Bustus.
Bustus, I need help.
What's the problem, good sir?
I was on my way to propose to my girlfriend when I was robbed. They took the engagement ring. I'm supposed to meet her in 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll catch up to the criminals. But for now, this should hold her over. I'll return the real diamond when I get it.
Thank you, Bustus. Thank you.
Hey, Bustus, check this out. Oh, wow. I just killed a guy. Guess that makes me a pretty serious threat, huh? Guess you're just gonna have to knock me out with a bus punch or lay on top of me so I can't get away. Or use one of your stun kisses. No, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Okay, villain, your time is up.
Oh boy,
You should be fine, citizen. But you're busted.
Ow! Ow, ow, ow! Those aren't boobs!
Come on, guys, up here.
And action. Oh no. Oh. All right.
No, I hit the tree hard.
Can you give it one more?
Yeah.
Don't hit it so hard, okay?
But for now,
Up there. Put that out. It hits. Great. See if you can do that a little bit
Yeah.
smoother, and then we're good. Take two.
Hey, Bustus, check this out.
Okay. All right. Take 5.
Or use one of your stun kisses. Oh boy, 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 oh boy.
Great. That's exactly right.
Ow! Ow, ow, ow! Those aren't boobs! Use your boobs! Ah!
Okay, cut. Into our boobs. Action. Marker.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Coming up, Chris Gore has an all-new weekend edition of DV Tuesday.
Coming up Monday on an all-new Attack of the Show, the very sexy Amber Lancaster will be in studio live. Then Blair Herter climbs into the ring with WWE superstars Stone Cold Steve Austin and Trish Stratus on the set of Tough Enough. Find out if he survives. And we fire up Gaming PC Week on Gadgetron with a review of the Falcon Northwest Fragbox Gaming PC. We'll tell you if it's a must-buy. See it Monday.
In today's all-new weekend edition of DV Tuesday, we get real, thanks to 3 new documentaries. Welcome back, film expert Chris Cole.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice to have you again.
Great.
I love this 2-in-1 week thing.
I'm ready for the weekend.
All right, me too.
Yeah.
What do we have first?
First, we have Cool It.
Cool It.
Cool It, yeah.
This is a documentary on global warming. So how does it stack up to Al Gore's An Inconvenient Truth?
Well, what's funny is this film is kind of a sequel, in a way, to An Inconvenient Truth. It's about this guy, Bjorn Lomborg, who wrote this book called The Skeptical Environmentalist.
I like his name.
Oh, no, it's a great one. Bjorn?
Bjorn Lomborg.
I'm going to try that one with an accent. But what's interesting is that he took all the sort of extreme environmentalism where people are, the world's ending, fear, and just said, look, you know what? You would actually save the polar bears if we stopped shooting them. If we just stopped shooting polar bears, because like 300 polar bears are shot every year, and we spend all this money to save the polar bears from environmental disaster.
Shoots them?
Hunters. We should arm the polar bears. But what he did is he really looked at the science and the statistics and broke it down and said, you know, we have become alarmist about this, and we've got to spend money in a smart way, whether it's developing third world nations so that they use energy that's actually good for the environment and changing our own habits. And when he actually looked at, like, let's say all of us in America suddenly started driving hybrid cars, it would only affect the output of pollution by a fraction of a percent.
Yeah.
So he really looked at the science, and he's kind of hated by both sides of the argument. But when I see this movie, I think to myself, why don't scientists just start to become politicians? Bottom line is, this is a rent for me. It's a movie you must see by Andy Timoner.
I'll check it out.
Another great doc filmmaker. Okay, cool.
Okay, what's our next DVD?
Waiting for Superman.
Now, what'd you learn about the state of our educational system from this film?
We're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
We are in trouble. I mean, America, as we all know, we're kind of #1 in confidence and number 35 on a lot of other levels when compared with other nations, which is really disheartening. But it's really sad. It's really exciting to see when good schools are in a neighborhood and you see these kids go on, they get jobs, they become productive members of society. You don't have to spend $30,000 a year to incarcerate them. So education clearly has an impact on the local community. And what I like about this movie, too, is it uses humor a lot to kind of break up some of the depressing statistics, which I think completely works. And this guy, Davis Guggenheim, who made the film, he was a C- student in school and really wanted to analyze what was it about the teachers who inspired them, inspired him. And the film doesn't end in a depressing way. I think this is sort of a new way to approach these documentaries about these problems, is there are things that can be addressed.
Okay, so bottom line?
Bottom line is, buy this.
Buy it.
If you buy one Superman movie this year, make it Waiting for Superman. Yeah, really amazing film.
All right, what else do you have to check out?
Teenage Paparazzo.
Now, there's a pretty interesting story on how this documentary came about.
Yeah. It's this guy, Adrian Grenier, who's a star, of Entourage. He's Vinny Chase. He was being followed around by this 14-year-old kid who was a paparazzi. He was basically taking paparazzi pictures. Yeah.
14?
14 years old, and he's out like 1 o'clock in the morning taking pictures of celebrities, on Hollywood and whatnot. And he wanted to find out what was going on. So Adrian got involved in this kid's life and started to make the documentary. What's weird is that it devolves into an analysis of celebrity itself.
Yeah.
And narcissism and like how you can kind of get a big head as a celebrity. Bottom line on this, unfortunately, I kind of feel like it just needed to do a lot more for me to really embrace it. It's kind of all over the place. It's a pass for me, unfortunately. But I still love the Entourage show. Vinny. So there you go.
No, you don't hurt his feelings because you still like Entourage.
Yeah, well, I still want to get into the party later. If I can get into one of those Entourage
Chris,
parties.
thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Always love it. More Gore. Follow him on Twitter @ChrisGore. And now let's go back over to Kevin.
Thanks, Candace. Today we're looking at cars that cost more than houses. It's time for rides, whips, and something else.
Where'd you go?
Gearheads unite! Prepare yourselves for a trio of top dollar supercars to satiate your auto addiction. We start in the UK, where the long-awaited follow-up to the 1998 McLaren F1 has finally arrived. Meet the McLaren MP412C, a car billed as, quote, the best handling sports car in history. The driving experience is enhanced by a revolutionary chassis control system called Proactive. The press of a button allows the driver to adjust steering and stability at 3 unique settings: normal, sport, and track. Speed freaks will appreciate the new Aero mode, which activates a rear air brake wing to eliminate nosedives and lifts during hardcore acceleration and braking. With any speed demon, what counts is what's under the hood. A 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine cranks out a whopping 600 horsepower, giving it the juice needed for a pavement-peeling max speed of 210 miles per hour. While not available until June, McLaren is currently accepting orders, so start saving your quid. The sticker price for the MP412C, it's a lofty $230,000. Let's stay in merry old England for the return of a supercar pioneer, the Aston Martin V-Raj. First introduced in 1988, the V-Raj ushered in the era of the V12 engine for Aston Martin, replacing their horsepower-challenged V8 models. Half luxury touring auto, half balls-to-the-wall sports car, this Aston Martin offering has something for every car geek. Starting with an all-alloy, quad-overhead camshaft V12 engine. Beefy enough to go 0 to 60 in 4 seconds with a heart-pumping max speed of 190 miles per hour. A peek inside this elegant auto will reveal Bridge of Weir leather on the seats, console, and the swan wing doors. In fact, each V-Raj will have 70 man-hours of expert craftsmanship spent on the interior alone. If you can scrape up enough coin by July, this fine-crafted British machine can be yours for only $209,000. Finally, from Great Britain we head to Italy for a bank-busting whip inspired by the God of Wind. First displayed at the Geneva Auto Salon earlier this month, the wicked 2012 Pagani Huayra aims to dethrone Bugatti as the ultimate auto status symbol. The Huayra was named after the Andean god of wind because of how it displaces airflow. Like an aircraft wing, this car's body has forward slats and rearward flaps, changing its shape to minimize the effects of wind drag. Also, the front ride height is reduced automatically at high speeds to decrease lift, and then increases under braking to reduce dive. A turbocharged V12 engine produces an eye-popping 700 horsepower with a tire-melting top speed of 230 miles an hour. A car built like a jet, well, that's going to set you back a few zeros. Only 20 of these big boy toys will be sold at the modest price tag of $1.4 million. Sleek, sexy, and speedy. A trifecta of awesomeness to turn a modest car buff into a full-blown lunatic.
Thanks to Rainn Wilson, Chris Gore, and Sarah Underwood.
You guys stick around. A special April Fool's episode of Web Soup starts right now. Good night.